Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, the number one. Joe can't hear crap, but Charles had it blasting in his ears of the podcast platform. I don't know. I lost it. But Joe, it was loud. That's all I'm saying. I'd rock on a podcast.
I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm guessing that it has to do with the stuff that we were messing around before the show with the background audio. Because now,
how about now?
I can't hear the music. Nope, I can't hear that stuff at all. We
done
screwed it up.
No.
We didn't test it properly. All right, go turn Crisp off.
We broke it. Well, not now.
We broke the internet.
Yeah. All right. So look, that's Joe Ard. Talk about your experience of the week while I fix this.
It wouldn't be a new year if
it still was Joe's fault. It was still Joe's fault.
Oh man. So this past week I had lots and lots and lots of fun. So much fun. I'm a little crazy today. Well, that's like normal.
Did you get your taste for Mountain Dew back?
No. Jerk face. I did catch quite a few Pokemon, and I sent a lot of them off to the grinder. They had fun with the professor. I could hear that. Yeah. But you know what I had a lot of fun with? Pokemon Scarlet. And we're gonna be talking about that more later about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because there are some updates that were found by the Pokeminers. But yeah, our favorite bot is here in AFK mode, apparently.
Yeah, I saw Squish to the Twitch was on. And hey, I almost always forget. I remember today. If you're listening live, and I hope that you are, and you want to help title this podcast episode, you hit the exclamation point, letter S, that space bar, and then anything after that you type will be suggested as a show title. And we'll take that show title and cram it down Mid-Journey's face and make it eat it hard, and spit out some awesome new artwork for the show.
Oh, Mid-Journey.
Two games.
I don't think I mentioned it to you, but apparently they might be in the middle of a lawsuit. Mid-Journey.
Oh?
Yep.
About what?
Copyright infringement, because they're not altering the source images enough that they use to create the AI deep learning algorithm.
Huh. Well,
they're not the only ones. There's like 3 or 4 different AI art applications that are under fire right now. So we'll just have to see where that pans out. But one of them was really, really bad because they used what is that? I'm trying to remember. There's a stock photo, maybe stock something.
Shutterstock.
Shutterstock. Yeah, they used Shutterstock's entire library to feed into their system for artwork, and the AI bot didn't even remove the watermark from the creations, and so you can still see it. And so it's like, yeah. You just completely stole the artwork from us.
That's man. That's that's messed up, dude.
It just certainly is. But anyway, we're not here to talk about AI art. How was your week this week?
That is what I'm looking up right now. So age 0-7. It was non-existent. It was 2 scatterbugs, a bumblebee, Fennekin, Krogunk, and Bunary.
Wait. Scatterbugs, that means you actually sent out or opened gifts.
Last week on the show, man, I tell you, I tried to do it on the show.
That is a Christmas miracle. A Saturnalia miracle.
Happy February. No, it's not February.
Chinese New Year miracle.
There you go.
A lunar miracle.
It is. Never mind. That joke did not want to take off. I cannot clear it for takeoff. The weather's bad. Too much fog in the air, everybody. So put your podcast back in the upright position, and let's get back to our experiences of the week. What do you got going on in Discord?
Whistle on the play, 5 yards for intentional grounding. Sorry.
I will grind your face.
No, thank you. All right, so experiences of the week in the Chatterbox. We've got all the things. How far do I need to go back? Right there. Imaginary Nomad, your favorite Philistine. Showing off a shiny Larvitar.
Wait. How is he in our Discord? Because I know he's not paying me a bleeping thing.
I don't know. I can tell you that he's not currently a patron. I don't know if he was a patron before, but
Take me to church.
My brothers and sisters of the Church of the Pokemons, we have a Philistine harlot up in our midst. A Harlotmon, if you will. That we do not want to catch. We want to expunge. We want to purify this demon fillery. So I need all of you to throw the hardest Pokeballs you have at him until he falls down into a pile of rubbish. And then we shall purify his grubbish soul. I pulled it off, sir.
Take me to church.
I didn't think that's what you did.
throw the hardest Pokeballs you've got.
All right. So he snuck in somehow. So now he's infiltrated the inner sanctum and he's showing off what?
He's been in our Discord for a while.
Is he bragging about his Honda CP Pidgey?
No, it's just a shiny Larvitar from the Community Day Classic. That's all. I mean, I did the Community Day Classic. I reminded you about the Community Day Classic.
Yeah, I looked at it for a minute. I didn't care.
Yeah, I caught some. Mostly, I just used it to evolve ones that I already had. So
sure,
just did that. And then we've got the real 1%er, Terry, 5th place only on his very first Tapu Koko raid. Ends up with a shiny Tapu Koko that just barely came out. And then we got Canned Beans. I still love that.
Canned Beans.
Coming in with 2 shiny Larvitar, one that he bumped up to a Tyranitar, and then also a shiny Bunnelby.
Nice.
Lincoln Prime, who has been coming out live when I've been doing my Scarlet playthrough, and he actually traded me some Pokemon. If you want to see those VODs, they're over on youtube.com/Pokemon GO Podcast.
Nice.
And he also, while playing Pokemon Scarlet, he joined me for some raids in Scarlet. They're not raids like you'd think of in Pokemon Go, but there are some raids that you can have people join you on. And so he helped me take down some raids in Pokemon Scarlet. So that was fun too. But here in Discord, his experience of the week was he just finished Raid Hour, and one of my guys mentioned that he didn't have a Kangaskhan. I had a few extra, so I said he could give me anything. It didn't really matter. And next thing I know, this shows up on my screen, and we weren't even lucky friends. Totally random trade. He ended up with a Hundo Lucky Shiny. A Lowland mustachioed Golem. So very nice.
Quit the game. You won the game. That's it. You won the game. You're out, dude.
If you had played the lottery, you might have got like 1 or 2 numbers right on the Powerball instead of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If that happened to me, I'm like, nah, I'm done. I'm never playing this game again. You can't beat that day. You just can't.
And then Tugus Rose has some both sad and happy news.
What's up, Tugus?
So Tugus Rose found one and caught one, talking about a Kecleon. She said that she misses seeing everyone live. Life has gotten in the way, hopefully for the better. She's still keeping up with the podcast after the fact, though. Anytime Charles is in your life, it's better.
Okay, yes. And that sounds like the way it's phrased and the energy I read off of that. Perhaps she found a romantic interest. And I disapprove wholeheartedly of this if you're going to take away me time. I'm saying you Rock God needs some me time, and I approve yet I disapprove. So Joe, carry on.
Charles disapproves of love. Oh man, he's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Yeah, that's right. You got it. Let's load the guilt on. Let's load that guilt on. All right, what else? Posty one. What's going on there?
Posty One Kenobi coming in with 3 shiny Larvitar from the Community Day Classic, but in addition to that, a shiny Baneri, a shiny Onyx, and not 1, but 2 shiny Tapu Koko. So he saw Terry 5th place only, was like, "You got 1? That's nothing.
Of course.
Hold my Pokeball.
Yeah.
Got 2. Hold my lemonade." So, and he got those from 4 raids, just 4. 50% were shiny. And then Mr. Tambourine, who is here live and making some great title suggestions, said had a great week, and he's showing off a shiny Bronzor, a Hundo Darumaka, and it's the fire Darumaka, not the ice one. A shiny Numel. Man, he doesn't look that much different. I can tell that he's shiny because the back is green on the normal one, but it's just one of them. And then,
he looks like he lit his fart on fire. I mean, not Machop, shiny the Numel. I mean,
you're not wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Van Numel going on over there.
There's a new yep for you. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. that was a very disturbed and disappointed. Yeah.
The disappointed Pokemon GO podcast. And then he's also got a shiny Shadow Machop. That is very nice. And then also a shiny Slugma. And whenever I see Slugma these days, I can't help but think of the Pokédexpert at DragonCon.
that was a good one.
Fun times. If you don't know what the Pokédexpert is, you should Google it. Good people. Lots of fun.
All right. 50% of them are all right.
We won't tell you which 50% though.
Yeah,
just 50%.
That one time Joe was on there, that was pretty awesome though. Best episode ever.
It's true. It was pretty fantastic. That was DragonCon 2020.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
So theoretically, it should be on the DragonCon Digital Media Track YouTube channel.
It should. Why was that the end of the experiences?
That is the end of the experiences in Discord. And if you wanted to get into our Discord, you can go over to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast, where we are putting out an exclusive after show working title. I don't know what the working title. What is the working title?
We change it every week.
The working title
literally
is
the working title. So it's
Charles
the good old boys. I can't remember the rest of that stupid song now.
It's called Random Trivia.
Holy crap, we just skipped a whole lot of show. I blacked out for a second. All right, Joe, what's the random trivia?
No, that's the name of the new show, Random Trivia. About our lives.
So anyway, this week we realized that last week we did not have a question of the week. So Joe, we need to come up with something. We need to come up with something cool. I mean, I know my question of the week would be, hey, help us. What would be the title of this after show that we're doing? But for Pokemon Go itself, what would our question? All right, what you got?
What are your tips for preparing for the Pokemon GO Tour Hoenn event?
Okay.
So we've got a few more weeks until the event actually happens. So what are your tips to give to people to prepare for the event?
On that note, we will hit the break and we'll be right back. That's a good question. So did we leave a cliffhanger last week from the stories that were told?
Yeah. So at the end, at the end of last week's show, I mentioned that they should tune into the after show to hear us talk about when my dad got banned from
NASCAR. Yeah.
NASCAR.
No, I mean, on the after show, because like the NASCAR went, hey, maybe next week I'll tell you how my dad got banned from NASCAR.
Oh, we were going to talk about our relatives that were in the Navy. Yes, Dan Marine said
In the Navy.
Stories.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we could just call it Yep.
Yep.
That's the whole intro to that. All right. Speaking of intros, let me put the marker in. We'll be coming back in here.
Searching far and wide, each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Oh, God.
Oh, that drop is actually really cool. I like it. Oh, my goodness. Welcome back to Pokemon Go Radio Salt Podcast, whatever. I don't know. I was going to mix a whole bunch of titles together, and I can really only remember those words. So you got them. There's the words. It's the Demon Fillery. He has cursed me since he got into my house somehow. I don't know.
Pokemon Go Salty Gnar Radio.
That's it. I choose you, Joachu. Oh,
that's awkward.
Yeah, I know. Most people don't choose you, but I thought it'd make you feel better about yourself. Hey, shiny Helioptile and shiny Tapu Koko bring the thunder. Yeah, that was actually part of the title. Brings the thunder in the Crackling Voltage event. Team Go Rocket activity also detected. But yeah, this is what's going on under the Mythical Witches thing. That's a really nice piece of artwork, I will say, with the Tapu Koko there with the thunder lightning behind them. It's really cool. What do we got going on here,
That's
Joe?
right. You can't see thunder in artwork.
Yeah,
well,
I know, right?
I guess with a really good artist, but
I mean, on that last Numel.
Yeah, we saw the thunder from Numel. So this is, like you said, the Crackling Voltage event, and this actually starts tomorrow. So for those who are listening to this, that's January 27th, and it's going to last until February 5th, and it is full of, well, electric type Pokemon, but also poison type Pokemon, basically. So there's Ekans, Magnemite, Grimer, Electrike, Stunky, Blitzel, Ferroseed, Helioptile, and Grubbin. And then the rare encounters are Beldum and Dedenne. And I honestly don't really care if I find a Dedenne during this event. Beldum would be all right, but we've had a couple of community days and stuff with him, so.
Yeah, and I'll say for those you don't have them, the Galarian Weezing, that can be shinies in the 3-star raids, and that's a really fun one to find if you haven't got that already.
Top Hat Weezing.
Yep.
That is a fun one. Yeah, and then, of course, Tapu Koko can be shiny. Registeel is going to be popping up in the 5-star raids as well. Yep. I almost called them 5K raids. 5K. Could you imagine if you had to run 5K for a raid?
Have you seen me?
Don't give Niantic any ideas. We used to have to walk in order just to do the PvP battles that Charles and I didn't want to do. But yeah, so that's there. And then in Mega Raids, there's going to be Mega Gengar and Mega Aerodactyl during the event, so at different times. So we've got Mega Aerodactyl now until the February 1st, and then after that, we'll have Mega Gengar for the week after that.
I figured out because I got invited to the Aerodactyl. I'm like, man, he looks like a dirty hippie. Who's he look like? Dobie Gillis. Look it up.
Dobie Gillis.
Dobie. D-O-B, I think D-O-B-I-E. He's like the real human origination of Shaggy. It was a TV show in the 70s, I believe. And Dobie, as soon as I saw that Aerodactyl, I grew up watching the reruns in the 80s of that show. My dad loved it. And as soon as I saw Mega Aerodactyl, I'm like,
Dobie Gillis.
who is that? Stowy Gillis. So Stunfisk, you're coming back. Make sure you don't step on them too much. It hurts the earth or some crap. I don't know. So in Voltorbs, which makes sense because we're doing an electric event. You got your pluses and melons and
Woogie,
Molgas. Ooh, a Shadow Registeel. That's kind of cool.
Yep. Which
That's into that. I mean, that's
yeah.
into that whole story. It's Shadow Registeel.
I mean, that just means, because it's going to be the Team Go Rocket takeover that's starting.
Right.
Well, that's taking place February 1st to February 5th. We can save Shadow Registeel.
I'll tell you, the eggs in that in the Shadow event or the Team Rocket event is going to be really cool.
Eggs. I need to scroll down a little bit more.
Yep, your 12K eggs.
Yeah, I still need to Salandit, which means it's going to be super rare to get.
But these are cool. Scoropie that can be shiny, Sandile, Absol that can be shiny, Scraggy, Volibee, Dano,
Pancham. I could use some more Pancham candy.
I mean, Larvitar's only, and out of all of these, and by no means is he's common, but out of all of these, Larvitar's like the only common in this set.
Yeah, I mean, he's not common, but we literally had Community Day Classic with him.
Right. The rest of these are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the theme here, though? I guess dark is the theme, dark type Pokemon. But I mean, Larvitar isn't dark, but his evolution is, and so that's what seems to be the theme of these eggs.
Yeah, and I don't know their typing. But they all kind of seem sinister, to be honest. If you really look at them, don't stare them in the eyes for too long because they kind of come off the screen at you. But yeah, so that's interesting.
It's like the Ring.
Yeah, I need
7
to clear out
days.
some of my eggs.
In 7 days, Larvitar's going to climb out of the screen and get you.
That's Scraggy's. See, that's the thing. Yeah, we watched Detective Pikachu, right?
I liked it.
Can you imagine Scraggy in that world? It would be, you can't unsee that. You can't, because that's all like flesh. That's pants. You can't unsee that, Joe.
His fleshy baggy pants, because he's constantly molting.
Okay. All right. So there's a infographic to go with this as well, of course. And you can see all the
it's so graphic
things going on. Please.
So what do you
think? This
think?
show is graphic.
What do you think of the shinies on Helioptile and Heliolisk?
I'm trying to see where they're shown.
In the infographic there, top left, near Tapu Koko.
Oh, that is the shinies.
That is the shinies.
I'm not as familiar. Okay, yeah, I can see the yellow on the regular one now. Yep. I see him on the screen. It's definitely different enough for sure. I don't know that I care. It's almost like they're reverse sunburned.
Well, I'm kind of surprised they still kept the yellow accents, because on the original, like, it's full yellow, but this one they didn't go full red. I kind of wish they had, to be honest. I don't think I like the yellow accents still being there.
Yeah, something.
Go full dark side, Pokemon Company. I almost said Niantic, but Niantic doesn't set the shinies.
Now the shiny on Tapu Koko is pretty cool. It's all earth tones.
I wonder. Now this is going to be. You know what? I'm going to write this down. I'm going to say I wonder, but I'm going to put this in for a discussion on for another episode. Trust me, it's good stuff, and everyone's going to forget that I said it.
I forget you're still here.
Alrighty then. Yep.
What's I said I got you. I mean, I can just hit the button. As far as I know, you're my Tyler Durden. I don't know. New mystery box symbol. The Meltan spawn during the mystery box now have a symbol next to their names, like the daily incense spawn. Oh.
Yeah, it's nothing big. It's just cosmetic. But it's not just the mystery boxes. They also added this to the incense as well. So any Pokemon that is spawned because of...
Just to show that it's working or something?
Well, I think not only that, but also as a use case, I kind of like it because it shows what is unique to your account. So that you're not saying, hey, did you catch that? Wait,
Right.
no, that only popped up for me because it's from my thing. So for lore modules and for incense, and the mystery gift, all of it now shows the source of where the Pokemon came from, if it's not a wild spawn.
I get it to a point where it's like, okay, is this working? But it is what it is.
Did you look at the top comment of the Reddit thread? I guarantee you'll be like 100%. This is exactly. I agree with it.
Same with Pokemon that spawns because of lure modules. Maybe we're.
Do you not have it sorted by top? So this is coming. I'll
sort
just
by
read it.
best. It's sort of by here top.
I see.
Well, now they can't say we didn't do anything productive this week. Yes.
Yes, this is a Redditor JRE47, and yep, Niantic. Well, now they can't say we didn't do anything productive this week.
That's funny.
But yeah, I mean, to some extent, this is merely adding features to say they did something. This is something that like should have been in the game forever ago and is just barely being there. But or even does it at the end of the day, does it really even need to be there? Like, does the incense one need to be there? Having it shiny and stating it's weather boosted, those at least provide more meaningful information, in my opinion. I don't mind that it's there, and I can see the use case for it, but at the same time, I also see your point too.
You remember, this just feels like the early days, and I'm talking about like the first month or two of this game, where stories were coming out that we now know are not true. Somebody tracking down that elusive Pikachu, and I went around the bush, and all of a sudden disappeared, and it wasn't there. And this old man jumped out like, "I got the Pikachu!" and took off running like it's such a Team Rocket moment. I was like, "Yeah, it's such a Team Rocket moment because you made it up to sound like a Team Rocket moment." But you know what else is made up? The new GO Tour Hoenn global event, where you're going to get Karate Kid Pikachu. What is this? What is this, Joe? Are we Naruto Chew now? What are they doing here?
Oh, no. Charles. Oh. But it's not just one. It's two different ones.
Well, you got the Wish version of Minnie Mouse Pikachu going on there, but I can clearly see that it's supposed to be Karate Kid Pikachu with the white hair and Naruto crap and just Wish China knocked off everything.
It's not white hair.
It's Pokemon. It's the Pokemon.
It's a bandana or a hat. So these are a nod to Brandon and May from the Pokemon Hoenn anime series, where that's what they wear on their heads. So a lot of these details we already knew. Shiny Jirachi's going to be there. I don't know if we knew Latios and Latios were going to be there, but they will be, and their shinies are already out, so there's a chance to get those as well.
Only one of each. If you pick the badge, you only like the Sapphire badge only gets you Latios, and the Ruby badge gets you Latios.
Yes, but not just one of each, because it says take a snapshot of them for an additional encounter. Although I guess it doesn't say the additional encounter.
I meant to say it's like you only get one, you don't get both, but I did say it wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty typical. That's what they've done all of the past region-themed tours, where you had to pick one version of the game and play through that. So with the Johto or with Kanto, we had to pick either red or blue. With Johto, we had to pick gold or silver. So this one we have to pick either ruby or sapphire. And so it will change what you can get. And so not just Latios and Latias, but of course there's Groudon and Kyogre. So you have to choose which Primal Surge version you're going to get.
Well, obviously Kyogre.
Yeah, I was going to say, you already said last week.
I don't think I'm doing this.
Kyogre.
Because don't you have to buy tickets to this or no?
Yeah. But this is also that weekend where you've got a million things going on.
Yeah. Well, a million opportunities. I'm doing one thing, getting blackout drunk, but have the opportunity to get, I'll talk about that later. But now this will actually be a good thing to participate in. So this is I thought the tours before was if you didn't buy a ticket, you didn't really get anything from it. But it sounds like you can get some stuff from this. But if you buy the ticket, you'll get shiny Jirachi.
No,
No.
that is a secondary ticket, and that's
So
one of the
you
things
still
that,
you do have to buy a ticket to this event.
Yes, that's one of the things that actually makes me a little upset is that they've put this under a
No,
second.
Joe's upset. You
Well,
don't
so
want Joe to be upset.
For the past two of these events, the shiny mystical has just been included with the default ticket, and so it's just like,
I got you.
really, this is stuff that in the past historically has just been included with the generic price. The extra costs for tickets for big events have given you usually a couple of extra hours and maybe some items. This is, as far as I can tell, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm misremembering the past couple of years, but I'm pretty sure that this is the first time that for one of these tours where they've locked the shiny mystical behind an additional fee. And this kind of stuff is ticking off the player base in general. Like, people are getting real mad about these nickel and diming. And so this is just another example of stuff that we used to get for free. Well, for free being relative, because we still
included.
word,
I guess the word is included
yes.
with the entry price.
Included stuff that used to be included is now costing extra, and it's
Niantic. Hold on. This is kind of tongue in cheek, but also for real. Niantic, pay attention to Disney. See how that's working out in the parks. Oh, the CEO got fired, and the third time retired CEO got brought back to save it again. You don't give people something included in the ticket price, and then take it away, make it extra.
It wasn't just that. They cited a whole bunch of different things where the CEO failed and they brought back the old one. But
that was the one that made the news. Yeah, but the point stands though, right? You don't charge however much it is for a ticket. You can go up in price in the tickets, and people will pretty much, as long as you do it slowly, people will follow you. But if you start doing this, like, oh, what is the ticket price, Joe? Is it a full festival price? Is it just $7-8?
I want to say it's $30. Let me check.
$30?
Let me see. Oh, I clicked on it. Sold out. Oh, that's the event, the live event the week before. That's in Vegas. That's sold out. So I don't know. I clicked on the event ticket, but apparently that is not what we're.
But still.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Not going to go well for them. Okay. Oh no, Joe. They heard you complaining a couple episodes ago. You and Rob talking about how you needed more storage and capacity, and here they are. This is the actual headlines. Thanks to Pokemon GO Podcast, we understand that not enough people have enough storage. So we are giving you some in-game stuff that you can buy. Now, Pokemon storage capacity goes from 6,200 to 6,250. And your item bag capacity goes from 5,200 to 5,250. Oh my God, don't spend it all in one place, kiddo.
No,
but who needs 6,000 Pokemon?
Okay, I think you have also missed the point of this as well. This isn't them giving it to us.
No, you got to buy it.
You still have to buy it.
Of course, I didn't miss that point.
Increasing store, and it's so pointless to trickle it in like this. Just open it up to 10,000 already and let the whales buy it all. Big whoop, you added 50 extra capacity. Really?
Right.
And then to go ahead and announce it as up at the top, new features and items. This isn't a new feature. This isn't even really a new item. This is just hey, give us a little bit more money ahead of the event, instead of clearing out some space in your box.
Well, even then, when you go to these events, you max out your space pretty much no matter what you have because you focus on getting the event done. But at the same time, how do you justify the hoarding level of your collection, Joe? That is 6,250. Buddy, I'm gonna send a TV show crew into your Poke storage.
You're gonna
And
revive the Hoarders show.
Yeah, Poke Hoarders. Hoardermon. Hoardermon. How it works. All right. So then the miners, right? The miners, 49ers.
Wait, hold on. Before we move on from the Pokemon Tour, I've got one more thing to say.
Fine. You doing it?
We've already complained about, but I'm going to complain about it again. I forgot the other stuff that they're nickel and diming us on the Pokemon GO Tour Hoenn as well. They locked other special bonuses behind two additional $15 tickets that you can add on to it to get extra raid passes and stuff like that, and then one for egg enthusiasts that make it so your hatch distance is dropped to a quarter. And not only does it drop to a corner, but they put a little asterisk next to it. The quarter egg hatch distance does not stack with other similar bonuses. They've let us stack that in the past, but now they're just like, never mind. And then increased chance of 10k Pokemon eggs from Pokemon Stop. I'm just like, really? And I know we've already complained about it, but I'm going to complain about it again, okay? Okay?
Are you going to do the event?
Probably.
That's it.
I haven't technically bought the ticket yet, but
Tambo is trying to argue with me a little bit. Need that much space just for the different forms of the scatterbugs, especially the ever released shiny versions. No, you don't. It's called Screenshot, which you can hold like 50,000 bajillion photos on your phone. And even if you can't and you run out of space, there's stuff called like Google. Yeah, you can pay Apple. No. Because if you delete that thing off your phone, it's gone. Don't pay Apple. But you got Google Drive photos. You've got Dropbox. You got so many. Heck, man, take your screenshots and make your whole Instagram Pokegram. All right. And then you need like 50 storage spaces. And that's it. I just saved you a ton of money. You didn't have to switch to Geico. So go over to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast and praise Jesus and spend the change. I don't know what to say. Joe, in a time where 52 gave their life for one to mine this data, what do we find out from the miners?
I am so confused with that bridge. Anyway.
That's a TV reference. If you know.
I'm guessing it is. Is that a DC reference?
No, it's a Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk, and the running thing is these miners gave up their lives to save one guy, and the miner was like dumb.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's not what the story about. It's just a running thing in the show. Anyway,
got it. Okay, I heard 52, and I'm like, the new 52 DC.
Nah,
universe?
that's fair enough.
Yeah, so a bunch of new art assets were found, which is what it is. A lot of it's to do with the Hoenn event. But the thing that got to me, and if you don't, I know that some of our listeners don't like spoilers for events. You might want to skip ahead, a few minutes. Just saying. They have added in Gimmighoul and Goldango into the background. Okay, which means we're starting to get some Paldea, so some Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. So we've also got the Dex count for that, which is related to badges. We're also getting the Latios and Latios S forms. We already knew about the new costumes for Pikachu that Charles loves, absolutely loves. I thought you were going to flip me off for a second.
Well, no, this is a PG show. We saved that for the after show.
And then some new moves have been added, though we don't know who is going to get them. Boom Burst and Iron Bash. And those that are more familiar with those moves probably are like, oh, no, that goes with this person. But I don't know who they're associated with. Um, we also have some new special research dialogue related to the rocket leaders. Um, it says exec blue, exec red, and exec yellow, and I that could be a reference to our teams, which is probably more likely. But my first thought was red, blue, and yellow. That's the Gen 1 games. Um, it's probably related to the teams though, Mystic, Valor, and that other team that I can't be bothered to remember their name. It starts with an E. Instinct.
Extinct.
Extinct. Uh, I'm sorry, our Instinct listeners.
I'm
We
not.
razz you, but you know, thanks for listening. um, and then they're adding some new badges. Again, there's the Gen 9 badge, and then all of the other badges, as far as I can tell, are specific for the Pokemon Go Hoenn tour. Um, we also have a new rocket type, and rocket type is a relative term used in the APK. That just basically means a new special stop encounter. Um, so there's the Team Rocket grunts, there's Kecleon, there's the Kanto NPCs, there's the Gold stops, there's the the Rocket leaders, there's Giovanni. They're adding one that's called Pokestop Contest. We don't fully know what that's gonna be. We'll have to wait and see exactly what that is. They do have some possible hints here, but nothing is direct. We're gonna just have to wait and see. But it does look like these contests have different levels of reoccurrence, from daily to every couple of days, every 3 days, weekly, or seasonally. So we'll just have to wait and see what goes on with that. And with the Pokeminers, I don't know how many of our listeners are actually familiar with the Pokeminers website, but they generally also provide their own little speculation down at the bottom. They are increasing the Pokemon postcard storage. Because people keep just chucking every postcard into their storage. They have also made a new raid level specifically for Primal. So for Kyogre and Groudon. Basically, a lot of this is just Niantic getting ready for the Hoenn event. I was really hoping, and we might see it, but I was really hoping to see more in this APK teardown about being able to connect with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Although maybe that will be indirect anyway, that you'll just have to transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home and then over to Scarlet and Violet, which I don't think Home can connect to Scarlet and Violet just yet. But yeah. So about the new Pokestop type, Mr. Tambourine in the chat says, "I'm guessing whatever it is, Niantic will find some way to charge us for it." Very much so. My guess is I mean, there are contests in the main series games, but I don't. I guess it could be something to do with that. But then I'm brought back to them actually adding Gimmighoul, and so I wonder if it has something to do with him. But we already had the gold Pokestops, so maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure they'll mess it up somehow, though. It probably won't work when we first get it, and they'll probably find some way to charge us for it. Yep, sounds about right.
There's so many things in this. One of the last ones is AR hand tracking. They added a new library for human hand tracking.
Oh, weird. I hadn't seen that. I guess I didn't scroll far enough.
I was just kind of scrolling through, watching the little memes in it, to be honest. I don't know. It's and the miners are having a difficult time, and they might not be digging too much deeper for too much longer.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they've severely their enthusiasm for doing the mining has dropped significantly because of Niantic's choices.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, there's some kind of
Oh, this is interesting. So apparently they
bug or
found
something.
something that might enable us to send friend requests to other players that we're raiding with
Interesting.
directly from the raid lobby. Hmm. Hmm.
Don't you know?
And then they've also found some stuff about video AR ads. Awesome.
We're getting into some Minority Report ad level territory now. So, all right.
Oh, so you went Minority Report. I went. Oh shoot! Why am I blanking on the name of it? The it Total
Blade
Recall.
Runner
Total Recall.
2049.
I went Total Recall with it. Not
Yeah.
the newer Total Recall, not the
Yeah.
not the Schwarzenegger one. Which I yeah, I grew up with the Schwarzenegger
I did
one.
too.
So.
I like the new one too. But we got some speak pipes. So let's hear it.
That makes you so happy, right?
Hey, g'day guys, it's Casey here from Down Under. I was listening to last podcast and Joe was talking about how he never Mega Evolves Pokemon. And to be honest, that's pretty shocking. I do it all the time. I learnt it from a friend. I don't use them for combat. The trick is that while they're Mega Evolved, any Pokemon you catch of the same typing gets one extra candy. And of course, as you increase their Mega level, you have a chance of getting XL candies. So, especially in community days, if you have a Pokemon you can Mega Evolve of the same typing, you're just absolute rolling in candy by the end of the event. So, I highly recommend getting those Mega Evolves.
Yeah,
That
Dark
is-
Gaze told you.
No, that is a very valid thing that anyone who is going very ham, very hard on an event, that is very much an awesome way to get extra candies. And for this next community day, that would be a very good thing to do because you need 400 candy to evolve. Shoot, I'm blanking on the name of the Pokemon in the next community day. Why am I blanking on it? Noibat. Yep. Mr. Tambourine said it in chat as well. You need 400 candy to evolve Noibat. And so evolving a Pokemon, doing a Mega Evolution for a Pokemon that has the same typing as Noibat, which is Flying Dragon, is a great way to get extra candies for that. So let's say, for instance, you Mega Evolved a Pidgeot. Then you would get extra candies for Noibat during that community day. So, and like I said, especially because it takes 400 candies to evolve Noibat, that's a very good tip, Casey.
So yeah, exploitation of the Pokemon is what Joe is into right now. So there's that. All right, here's another one.
Battle party. Whoop, whoop. That's the wrong person. Oh shit.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what it was either, but we love it. We love getting speak pipes.
I love to speak of the pipes. So thank you for that, everybody. It is so good. You want to leave a speak pipe? And that was not a question. You want to leave a speak pipe. It's Pokemon GO Podcast.com. Nice little tab on the right hand side of the screen. Click it. Any device that touches internet that has a microphone like your phone will leave a message. It's free of charge and it makes me so happy.
I could
So
just
very
sit
happy.
here imagining you doing the Jedi wave. You want to leave a speak pipe.
Yes, sir, I like it.
Charlie, Joe, what time is it?
It is time for random trivia. And this week I want to talk about Tapu Koko, the land spirit Pokemon It is an electric fairy type. It is the guardian deity of Mele Mele Island from the Gen 7 games, so Pokemon Sun and Moon. Its Pokedex entry says, this guardian deity of Mele Mele is brimming with curiosity. It summons thunderclouds and stores their lightning inside its body.
Dirty girl.
It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Doctor Who.
What was the random Doctor Who?
It stores all the stuff on the inside.
Oh, it's okay. Oh man, I have a confession. I've never watched Doctor Who. Well, I watched like 2 episodes.
So that's not never, Joe.
Okay, you're right. But I haven't watched the better Doctor Who's.
Yeah, if all you got was Eccleston, yeah, you need more.
Anyway.
He's good, but you need more.
Tapu Koko. The name Tapu comes from a Hawaiian
Little
for
foods.
sacred or holy. And Koko is Hawaiian onomatopoeia for a rooster crowing. So if you look at the image of Tapu Koko, he's kind of got some rooster inspiration there with the roosters. I'm blanking on the burnt. Yeah, that's right. The roosters burnt.
He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That's right. And so a reminder, because I know I've mentioned the Tapus before, Tapu Lele, Bulu, Finny, and now Koko. Their overall design is likely based off of a totem pole, or probably even more specifically and I'm going to butcher this, a Kuka Ulimoku, which is a Hawaiian. It's one of the major Hawaiian gods, the 4 major Hawaiian gods, and apparently it's the god of war and conflict, who is often represented by feathered idols. So again, the bird, specifically rooster aspect, coming in there as well.
And
Mr. His comb, the comb. Like I said, his comb.
Joe only had a bobcat, not a rooster growing up.
That's right. That's right. I had a bobcat. I had turkeys. I didn't have a rooster. Okay.
I mean,
yeah. For those that don't know that reference, we talked about some of the weird animals that I had growing up. Was it this last one or the one before? Anyway, the after show, the first one. Okay. So you can go to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast to get in on that inside joke. Well, not really joke, story.
Yeah. Eventually, once we actually launch the show, it'll go out to the public. But until now, or for now, until then, you gotta rent it. It's binge worthy.
It's good stuff. Yeah, Mr. Tambourine was ranting and raving about it in Discord just today.
Was he now?
Sure was.
I might have to go look that up and see what his review in the New York Times is all about. Is that the entirety of the history and trivia of Tapu Koko?
Tapu Koko.
I mean, you didn't talk about his what?
I was just saying, Mr. Tambourine said he was ranting, not raving. Now, see, Mr. Tambourine was ranting, but Junior Tambourine was raving.
Hey, if you want to email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Told you how to leave that speak pipe. If you don't remember, hit back a couple of 30-second segments and you'll find it. Reddit's r/Pokemon Go Podcast, where we put a question of the week. We'd love for you to come answer that question. And this week, to remind you, our question is, what are your tips to prepare for the Pokemon GO Tour Hoenn, besides taking out a second mortgage so you can afford all the tickets? Twitter is at Pokemon Go Pod. YouTube is Pokemon Go Podcast. TikTok's at the Pokemon Go Podcast. Videos on TikTok are produced by Civilian on Base. We much appreciate him. shop his store at etsy.com/shop/Muirpack, MUIRPACK. A lot of cool stickers up there. And join us Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast, where you can meet the likes of, hey, Alice Adria came back. That bot, Mr. Timberine 19, Squish to the Twitch, who is supporting us AFK, but we'll listen later. Squizzy, his second cousin, Stream Elements, and Xylane. If it weren't for the bots, I'd make nobody laugh. But you should come out and join us live. It's a lot of fun. And if you cannot just be on Thursday nights, of course, you can watch it on YouTube. But Joe, on a different night of the week, what can they get on this channel?
On Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, usually I'm streaming Scarlet, though the first Tuesday, we'll see how it goes, but our plan is the first Tuesday of each month to do a game night with our patrons. So if you're in our Discord and you want to join us for those Tuesday nights, again, those will be streamed twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Tuesday in February, the first Tuesday in February will be our first game night. I hope it goes really well.
Yeah.
We're planning on playing Mario Kart on the Switch. So
yeah, and there's chances my kids will fly through, my wife will fly through, because we're going to do it in the living room. I've got my setup there for that. So it'll be interesting. Are we going to be inviting people to come play Mario Kart with us?
That was my plan.
Cool.
If you're in the Discord and you've got Mario Kart and you want to join us on the Switch, that is my plan.
We may ultimately open it up to the general public.
That's true. Yeah, if we don't have enough people and there's people live that aren't in our Discord, we will open it up. I say we open it up to them as well. So
yeah,
if there's slots, but the priority will go to the people in our Discord. So
yeah, noobs. We don't want your stinking newness here. Go away. But Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me on Twitter at Joseph_Ard. What about you, Charles?
You can find me across the internet at Rock God Podcasting, Charles McFall. But do me a solid. Go follow my Twitch channel. And it's twitch.tv/RockGodOfPod. And I'm just starting to get my streaming back together. I had a channel before and it went sideways because of security whatevers, and long story long. Then I got life busy, but now I've been putting up some Marvel Strike Force. Not Strike Force, that's the game that I used to play. Midnight Suns. Marvel Midnight Suns is up there. I love playing that, and I talk to myself while I play it, unless you come in with me live, which is usually on the weekends. And then, of course, now I'm doing we revived Two Drunks game. Phil and I are going to be getting wasted in the wastelands playing Fallout 76 on most Sunday evenings. This Sunday, he's doing Bromigos. So the last Sunday of the month, we won't be doing it, but the other Sundays we will. Tune in next week to hear Joe utter
in the Navy. Oh, wait, that's not going to be next week. That's going to be in the after show.